Okay, so my name is Shawn Louis. I traveled here to Coalinga, California to shoot in the Western States full bore championship. I shoot full bore in the West Indies, so we shoot throughout all of the islands in the West Indies. Most of the Commonwealth countries take part in that big shoot that we have there every year. It's called the West Indies Full Bore Shoot. Some of the American shooters came down last year. That shoot was in Guyana in November, so I met quite a few good people there. So I decided to come up here and support them for their activities and their shoots as well. Gives me more experience and a bit of a challenge as well. So today we're shooting the first of the individual shoots in this championship. So we've just completed the 1,000 yards. So essentially for full bore shooting, you've got a load of ranges or distances that you shoot at the target. So we normally go 3, 6, 9, and 1,000, and that's typically what you'd have in full bore. For Palma shoots, you would typically have the longer distances, perhaps 8, 9, and 1,000. But in either case, the discipline is the same. You know, full bore shooting really consists of your mental discipline, your consistency, and your overall bearing and discipline towards the activity. It does require a lot of strain on the body, more than people think. People believe that because you're mostly in a prone position that it's easy because you're lying on the ground, but you're not just laying there. You're holding a heavy rifle. You've got lots of uncomfortable things or unnatural things like tight jackets and slings. So these are all unnatural things, but they do help you with your accuracy. So my rifle that I'm shooting here is a rifle that was made in the UK by a rifle maker. His name is Robert Nibbs. He's out of the UK. It has a 35-inch barrel on it. It's Assassin barrel. It is using the System Gemini TR702 stock. All of this separates and dismantles. It has center sights, front and rear sights. It is fully adjustable. Everything on there is adjustable. Cheek piece, in cant, butt stop here, can twist and cant, everything. Bolt is adjustable, everything is adjustable. So it's an RPA quad light action as well. I'm pretty pleased with that. Overall, it's a fine shooting rifle.
And did you explain the sights on these, the way that's set up?
All right. Well, certainly, if you have no knowledge of it, I'll try and keep it as simple as possible.
Sure.
So basically, there are two standards of measurement that you use for elevation and windage. For this discipline, the one that we use is minutes of angle. For other disciplines, people use mil radians. So the sights have these gauges on it here. And if you see these markings, these are all relative to minutes of angle. So the front and the back sight here for me move in 5-minute increments. So what that does is the farther away you get from the target, the more elevation you need. The way how the bullet moves, the bullet doesn't go straight like that to the target. It actually goes like this, up, and then back down. So to cater for that elevation as you get farther away, you have to be able to elevate or lift the rear sights as well as the front sights. So both of them have 5-minute increments that they move upward or downward, depending on how far you are from the target. Windage is the direction that the wind is moving the shot. So obviously left and right. So you can also adjust on the rear sight windage. So if your shot goes too far left, you can move it to the right, and vice versa. For that, it's not just the sights that you use, but it's also the flags that you see down range. So if you're looking on both sides of the bank, both sides there, you'll see these flags. call them wind flags. And they basically tell you the direction of the wind and the speed of the wind. That's really what you look at. And if you wanted to make it more complicated, there's also mirage, which happens on a range like this, which is a wide open range. It's very sandy, and there's a massive valley there. So you get a lot of mirage. Mirage is the heat that comes off the ground that actually moves the shot. So that comes up, heat comes straight up off the ground from the sun, and then the wind pushes it in a certain direction. So the mirage can run in different directions. So sometimes that can run opposite to the wind that is above it. So in this discipline, it is combining all of those things, in addition to whether it's bright and sunny or whether it's rainy and overcast. That changes the visibility of the shot and also changes bullet drop as well. So yeah, this discipline is tough. It's a lot more than just laying down there on the ground and and shooting.
And you guys aren't using scopes?
No, these are not scopes. These are all open sights. Most people don't use magnifiers. I mean, you can, but I mean, that's not something that is common. However, these are pinhole sights. So if you look through here, you will find a very, very tiny hole for which you need to aim. That increases your accuracy by increasing your focus. Yeah, so there's an iris and an aperture. So you can adjust the aperture to let more light in on the rear sight, or close down the amount of light. Well, you're a camera guy, so you might understand that, but the wider the hole, the more light comes in on the subject. The smaller the hole, the less light comes in on the subject, but it also gives you more focus.
Very cool. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.